Good morning, Mercury here. I am reporting to you from the Appalachian Trail, and I just touched the Tennessee-Virginia state line sign, and I am now heading north on the AT through the Virginia section of the Appalachian Trail. I am on a self-supported record attempt. My hope is to complete the trail in 12 days, but a lot of things will determine whether that happens. My legs, my mind, my spirit, the conditions. So I'm trying to kind of wrap my head around this thing I'm about to do. I don't know if I can, so I'm just gonna start by walking and a little bit of running too. I'm on a downhill right into Damascus, Virginia. I'll get there in a few miles and then go right up and out of town again to White Top Mountain, one of my favorite places on the trail. But yeah, so I feel a little, I feel excited. I feel apprehensive. I feel kind of like, what am I about to get myself into? It is going to be over 550 miles that I'm attempting to hike north. So this is just the beginning of the adventure, and I'll keep checking in to let you know how it goes. The iconic green tunnel. It is so nice to be back. I love it here. First checkpoint, Damascus. Made it. Gotta celebrate the small victories, right? Just a beautiful tunnel of rhododendron. Oh, so lovely. I am almost 16 miles in, which is a little over halfway for my planned distance today. I started at 10:30, and my goal is just to go about 29 miles to a shelter that there's supposed to be a good water source and nice tenting areas. And yeah, so far things are going well. I'm in a little bit of a strange mood, and I'm not sure why. I don't know. It's kind of a gloomy day in terms of the weather. No rain or anything, but it's muggy, overcast. I can't complain. It's nice and cool. I've been sweating a lot. I started the trip feeling extremely thirsty, even though at the time it wasn't that hot. So I really drank a lot of water for the first 7 or so miles. And then I just felt tired. I think it's probably remnants of just being at the end of the school semester. Here's, by the way, just what I'm hiking in. The epic green tunnel, as you can see. But yeah, I don't feel like super snappy and energetic. I think I'm honestly just blowing off some steam in this first day and getting reoriented with the trail and thinking about like what I'm doing out here. I had this sort of almost like philosophical, thoughtful conversation in my head about records and what it means. I think I was just thinking how it's so easy for anyone to say, I would like to go for a record. But when we say things like that, do we know what it means? Do we know what we're signing up for? And you can't predict everything that will happen, so you don't always know what you're signing up for, other than being ready for absolutely anything. So I think part of me is wondering what is gonna happen, and I'm not worried, but maybe just a bit like curious and maybe a little cautious about just like getting my hopes up. But at the same time, well, like if I were getting my hopes up, why? Is it for a record? No, I mean, I'm out here because I love it out here. So, there's really no way to lose in that regard. So I'm trying to just like not get in my head too much about it and just enjoy the trail, enjoy the lush green tunnel, and yeah, I'm hoping I'll snap out of this kind of gloomy phase. Yeah, so we'll see how everything goes. Nice little walk on the Creekford Trail. So I was originally going to hike to Deep Gap campground shelter, but that's about 29.9 miles. But then I looked at my map again and saw the Thomas Knob shelter is just a few miles beyond that, and I'm making good time and feeling good, so I think I should shoot to at least get to Thomas Knob shelter today. So, and then that takes a little time off of, or a little bit of distance off what I have to do tomorrow. To quote Tanya, aka Monarch, flowers! Flowers! Yay! They're so pretty. Flowers! Seriously, this is one of my favorite parts of the trail. I'm still going up, but I just love it up here. I'm so happy to be here. Maybe I'm on a bit of a hiker high, purely natural. Lovely. Hello. I just stopped for about 5 or 10 minutes just to refill my water and prepare my dinner, which I am cold soaking a meal for the first time. I'm making good time. I know I've said that a couple times, but I feel a little surprised, but maybe I should have more faith in myself. I think if you watched my Swiss Via Alpina videos, you know me that I tend to have a lot of self-doubt in the beginning of the day. Then as the day goes on, I'm like, oh, I'm actually doing it. And then I get all happy, which is what's happening now. So maybe over the course of this trip, I can work on not being so negative in the morning and just tell myself that I'm good at this, I'm a badass, there's no reason that I can't do well. So yeah, we are rocking and rolling out here, and I should get to my campsite by 8 o'clock, which is awesome, and I'm covering more ground than I thought I would today, which means less to do tomorrow, because I do have a set stopping point tomorrow at a lodge, which will be nice just to get a good night of rest and a shower. So I don't know, I guess it comes down to maybe I'll make really good time to the lodge, then be like, maybe I shouldn't be stopping here. But I think for now, since it's so early in the trip, I'm just gonna say, check, did it, and just be glad that things are going as planned. I'm approaching Mount Rogers. It's very spooky, as usual. I'm convinced this forest is haunted, because every time I come up this way, it's always just a little creepy. It's always darker, I get probably because of the pine trees. So even though it's still light out, it's like, it's dark in the woods. But I'm less than a mile from the Thomas Knob shelter. I think I'm getting that name right. And it's a double-decker with room for 16 people, apparently. And it's Monday night, and the weather's not super nice. So I am hoping that there is plentiful room in the shelter that I can just lay my tent down, or my my sleeping pad down and go to sleep. So we will see. Trash can, poncho, spacesuit for the win.